The unbelievable story of Kyle Maynard. Heart of a champion.
Hello my friends and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn the notifications on.
Kyle Maynard was born on March 24, 1986, in Sewanee, Georgia with a rare disorder called congenital amputation. Kyle's condition essentially means that his arms end at his elbows and his legs end at his knees. He has no hands. He has no feet. When Kyle's parents first found out that their son might have physical disabilities, their nurse suggested that they have an abortion. Kyle's parents stated that an abortion was not an option for them and they would not even consider it. The first year of Kyle's life progressed in the same way as a normal child, even given his physical differences. However, after the age of 1, Kyle's life began to change drastically. He couldn't keep up with the other children his age. He couldn't stand or walk, or use his hands. He had to be fed at every meal. This went on for a few years, until one day Kyle's father announced that the family would no longer help feed Kyle. Kyle would need to learn how to feed himself. Kyle's father's reasoning was simple. He knew that one day his son would live on his own, and he would need to know how to take care of himself. So Kyle learned how to eat, using a prosthetic spoon, and eventually regular silverware. Kyle's grandmother and parents made sure to treat him like any other child. They took him to the playground and let him cook dinner. Kyle dreamed about being a professional athlete. Kyle decided to take up wrestling. Kyle recalls entering his first wrestling practice excited about the possibility of jumping off the top ring and body slamming my opponents into the ground. However, he soon learned that real wrestling is much different to the wrestling seen on TV. Kyle's coach, Coach Ramos, is the man Kyle credits with helping him more than just about anybody else. From the beginning, he willingly devoted himself to helping me succeed. I look up to him because I believe wrestling has forged him into a man of strength and fortitude in life, not just in this sport. After Kyle lost his first match, his coach invented another move to use, which he called the Kelly. This move was similar to how firemen carry unconscious victims. The move worked, but only a little. Kyle finished his first year without a victory. He remembers wanting to quit, but only staying with the team because his father reassured Kyle that he also hadn't won a single match in his first year. It was only while Kyle was writing his autobiography that he learned that his father had lied just to motivate his son, and it worked. Kyle calls his decision to continue wrestling in 7th grade the best decision of his life. After 35 consecutive losses to begin his wrestling career, Kyle Maynard finally emerged as a champion, halfway through his 7th grade year. On this one day, an animal was unleashed and a legend was born. Over the years, Kyle learned that his different body type could be used as a psychological advantage to beat opponents. Along with the help of his coach, Kyle created several unusual techniques to defeat his opponent, such as the jawbreaker and the buzzsaw. Kyle continued wrestling all throughout his years in school. He finished his high school career with 35 victories and only 16 losses. He even finished 12th in the 103-pound weight class at the National High School Wrestling Championships. Through wrestling, Kyle learned the importance of staying optimistic, no matter the odds or the enemy. I am an athlete driven by competition. Without the sport of wrestling, I would not be where I am today. There are so many problems and difficulties that I will never have to endure because of the character I've developed through wrestling. It is my discipline and my passion. I will never come into a match unprepared and in a worse cardiovascular condition than the kid I'm up against, because that is an advantage I can't afford to give up. And in time, I learned that I had to trust and believe in myself on the mat, and, even more importantly, I learned that I had to trust fully in the Lord my Savior, no matter the circumstances. Kyle Maynard is one of the most inspiring athletes in history. He may have no hands, he may have no feet, but what he does have is the heart of a champion. Thank you for watching.